this is Mike with Pocono Update. We're at the Wesleyan Church in Stroudsburg in observance of Overdose Awareness Day. I am joined here by Jennifer Smith, Secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Drug and Alcohol. Jennifer, what brings you here today?
Hi, so I am here this evening to honor individuals in this county who were lost to a drug overdose, and it's a really great opportunity for me to get out into different communities and really meet with people who've experienced that kind of grief and be able to hear stories about their loved ones and at the same time really spread messages of hope that can come with recovery and people who are able to seek treatment for their substance use disorder.
And that's one thing that many people are struggling with. So could you name a couple of resources that people could reach out to?
Sure, great question. So from a state level, we have a Get Help Now hotline. The number is 1-800-662-HELP. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single day of the year. And it's staffed with folks who are able to connect you to resources as well as connect you to crisis services or to get you treatment, and that's regardless of your insurance status. So if money is a challenge for you and you don't have insurance, that should not be a barrier to seeking help. We also, on our department's website, which is ddap.pa.gov, have a treatment locator tool. It's called Atlas, and you can search based on lots of different criteria, geographic area, types of services, and you can locate treatment anywhere in Pennsylvania that would suit your needs. And there's, of course, a number of resources right here in the county that are available, and the best place to check out is the Single County Authority website, and they have phone numbers as well as email addresses and ways to contact them.
Perfect. Thank you for that information. Now, if there's one thing that you would like the people of the Poconos who may or may not be struggling with this to know, what would that be?
I think it's that you're not alone in struggling. If you look at events like these, you see that these addiction issues permeate every single community. It doesn't discriminate based on age, race, gender, socioeconomic status. It really is everywhere, and all you have to do is ask for help. There are people ready and waiting to assist you and to listen and to help you through whatever challenges you might have and getting access to the resources that you need.
Jennifer, thank you. I am joined here with Steve Ertl. Steve, can you tell me what brings you here today?
Yeah, basically, I was so honored to be able to come out and support all the volunteers, and I brought food out for them because that's what it's about, supporting local people, and this is a great cause to get done with.
Now, Steve, have you known anybody who has struggled with addiction personally?
Well, with my history in the hospitality field, once again, that is a field that there is many addictions with. And over the years, myself personally and our different businesses have helped individuals out getting the help they need. But also, it's very important to bring them back into the workforce and give them that support when they come back healthy and ready to go. So it's all about support. And that's why I'm out here tonight, is to give the support back to the community.
It absolutely is. Now, if there's one thing that you want to let the people of the Poconos know, what would that thing be?
Boy, it really is about community. That's the number one thing we have here in the Poconos. I grew up in this area, and to see this type of impact, the people out tonight, it really does say something for a community coming together, and that's what's great about the Poconos.
Amen to that. Thank you, Steve. I am joined here by Jennifer Shikaitis. Jen, what brings you out here today?
So I mainly came out because I actually lost a loved one when she was 19 years old 22 years ago. And so I wanted to be part of the community in not only healing with each other, but in seeing, what opportunities we have moving forward where we can make a better future and try to get at the root of this problem together so that we don't have this perpetual cycle of abuse.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Now, if there's someone out there that's struggling with the loss of a family member, what advice could you give to them?
I think that losing a family member is one of the hardest things that a family can go through, and they definitely need support. There's grief counseling support groups out there that I would encourage people to take part of. We need to destigmatize therapy and have a willingness to want to heal and get that help that we need.
Absolutely. Now, Jen, if there's one thing that you want the people of the Poconos to know, what would that be?
I want the people of the Poconos to know that we need to come together and focus on love and caring for one another and looking for solutions to making our community a better place together.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate your time. I'm also being joined by State Representative Rosemary Brown. Rosemary, what brings you here today?
So, of course, a very big issue, drug overdoses, addiction, any kind of overdoses. Sorry, we have a few bugs here. But a very big issue in the community across the country, internationally, and something that a lot of families have dealt with in our community.
Absolutely. Now, Rosemary, has there been any instances where you had to deal with addiction in your personal life or in your professional life?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have had family that have had struggles, have gone through a lot, and even with all the resources around you, it's a very, very difficult time for families and for the individual to get full recovery. And so when we have these type of events today that are remembrances and they're about overdose, education and prevention, it's really important that families that unfortunately have dealt with this tragedy of a death, that they share some of that information with others. They can help others by doing that, which is really important.
Absolutely. Now, what resources are available in Monroe and Pike counties to support families dealing with issues like this?
Yeah, we have our drug and alcohol. We have a lot from the Department of State. We have Families Helping Families. There's Northbound, which is a really great new organization that's free as far as any kind of addiction or any kind of services that people may need. There is a lot of services, but I would tell people to call my office. I would be more than happy to direct them to resources. But we are doing our best to really help prevent addiction with prescribing habits. A law that I passed for no more than 7 days is very important for doctors to be very attentive to patients to prevent addiction. And we're working hard on a lot of the different things to keep families and individuals away from addiction.
Now, Rosemary, is there anything that you would like Poconos people to know?
You know, I think it's really important that you talk to your children. I think it's important that you talk openly about the disease state that any type of substance can create, and you really don't know if you would have that addiction or not. And I think it's important that families, when they are going through something or they're suspecting something, that they reach out immediately, that they do not wait. My office is there as a resource, and we have a lot of resources here to help people. We want to get ahead of it. We don't want to see deaths and overdoses that can be avoided.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you.
This has been Mike, and you have been updated.